Hey everyone, this is Shag, and it's time we try to solve Ringman's evil maze. His stage is quite evil. It's lengthy, it has 4 mini-bosses in it, and there are lots of annoying enemies. Why Capcom thought having 4 mini-bosses in one stage sounded like a good idea is kinda beyond me, to be honest. I'm not a professional game designer, so maybe I don't know anything. At least the opening section is easy. But this is not a good indicator of the future difficulty to come. By the way, isn't Ringman himself kinda strange? I mean, his description is like, he is built solely for the purpose of defeating Mega Man in combat. And for one thing, he uses rings. And on the other thing is, he has a very pattern-based battle. I mean, he's just not... I don't know. Mega Man is good at pattern recognition, is what I would assume. I don't know what they were thinking when they did that. Even I can beat Ringman, assuming that my strategy works and I don't panic. I know it to work, but panicking is hard. I mean, not panicking is hard. Dun 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 dun! Space Hippo! Thank you for interrupting my monologue, Space Hippo. It basically was going nowhere. Space Hippo is very easy to defeat using either Bright or Flush Rain thing, Toad. That's because the missiles are his only form of offense, so if you manage to stop them, he's got nothing going for him. And that was mini-boss number 1 of 4. Here we are introduced to these platforms combined with the Saturn things, like in a more dangerous situation than in the shaft. At least the enemy locations are predictable, at least in this part of the stage, but they do try to sneak up on you. That buzzsaw just kind of scrolls itself off the screen for you, too. It's a real gentleman. This guy is, well, pathetic. He can't hit you when you're standing in the corner over here. There's just not a lot to say about that. So that was mini-boss number 2. And of course, because they didn't have anything else to do with the stage, I guess, mini-boss number 3, Space Hippo 2, Return of the Space Hippo Revenge is right after it. Directly. Immediately. No breaks. No coffee break for you. Luckily, he is just as easily defeated as the previous Space Hippo. Well, we've run a little bit low on brightness. Maybe Eddie can help us. Hey Eddie, what do you got for me today? Anything useful? Not quite. Screw you, Eddie. You are just some kind of old, crappy metal tote bag or something. These guys are pain, right here. Because if you... Oh, I see. Because if you don't manage to kill them, they will get angry, and angry wheel guys are a lot harder to deal with than passive wheel guys. But I don't know any wheel guys in real life, so I don't know if that's a realistic thing to say. These platforms seem to be made out of rings. They're just like the laser ones, except, well, reverse. Those guys are in an awkward position, and that's why you use the ring flush. So, yeah, this is probably the most awkward room in the game. I mean, in this stage. So, at least we're through that. Which means there's only a mini-boss and the Ringmaster himself to deal with next. There are these guys here, if you want to hope they give you some energy that you can manage to pick up. Always remember that changing things on ladders makes you drop. Which is why you want to have this equipped before you're on this ladder, because then it makes this guy pathetic too! If you're down there fighting him normally, that corner will not protect you anymore. Makes me sad for people who don't have, like, authorization to use the rain flush right there. Ringmaster himself. Now, I have a strategy that generally works as long as I don't panic. But I always panic. So we'll just see if this goes well. Gotta concentrate. Yes! Got him! Phew. It does go really quickly if you manage to get it to work. That is a plus. Hoi! Glad to be done with that one. With Ringman's final defeat, we obtain the Ring Boomerang, which is a lot like the Shadow Man weapon from 3, which is a lot like the Metal Blade from 2, except it gets progressively worse each time. I'm not sure of any particular uses of the Ring Boomerang, beyond beating Dustman, who is next. But, we'll find that out eventually, I suppose. Dun dun dun! Space Hippo! This mini-boss makes little sense. If you time Rain Flushes right, it'll destroy all his missiles, and also do a decently large amount of damage to him. Yeah. Of course, then you can also time it wrong! Dang it. Roadman is really underappreciated. Hey, Eddie, do me a favor and drop me some sweet... Oh, yeah! Thank you, Eddie. You're the man. You the tin can. I don't know what you be, but you be Eddie. These guys are a pain if you miss, essentially. Because then they go rocketing all over the dang old place! That was terrible. So terrible. Let's be extra careful with these clowns. Because I really hate these dudes. Extra careful, one-up curse. Not a good sign! Alright. Now these are not laser platforms, they're ring platforms, which means they're the same as laser platforms, but backwards! The ridiculous technology is ridiculous! Double one-up curse! Careful, don't be an idiot. You might die. Now it's about time for mini-boss numero 4. Same as before. Or not. Huh. Where are you safe? Who needs effort when you're already taking enough effort to try to beat this game without taking a hit? These Saturn dudes, those flying Saturn fellas, can appear in the most unwelcome of places, and they're kind of a pain sometimes. But a lot of the times they're in predictable positions, so they're not as much of a pain as they could be. Be extra careful. Basically, if you don't hit them, they go crazy, and I kind of forgot that I still had Bright equipped. So, let's hope the Saturn guys don't well, yeah, that was pretty predictable. Hey, Eddie, what you got for me? Got anything juicy useful? No, you have something that is no use to me in this sort of playthrough. So now I am stuck with no Bright and no Toad. Could be a problem. 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 Well, excellent. And that means we are right on to Ringman himself, the ringleader. Now then, let's see how I can do today in this battle. Ringman, extremely pattern-based, very hit or miss. I figured I'd fail at least once. It can be a bit frantic, I'll need to concentrate. Failure!